Hey folks, this is Pat here, and I want to give you a few reasons I think that Cash FX is a Ponzi scheme. I've been with them over a year now, and just before I got in, they were having daily returns of like 1.5%, 2% almost on a regular basis. And now, since they've got all these investors involved, their returns are normally every week you get 3 or 4 days of 1%, maybe as high as 1.5, but normally they don't go that high. And normally you get at least one day of point zero 0.01 or point zero 0.07 or 8, not point zero 0.01, but point zero 0.08 or point zero 0.09 or point zero 0.07. When I first started with this group in last year February, they were getting, like I say, a lot of returns, 2%, 1.5, 1.8, but you normally got at least 1 or 2% returns per day. And I think the reason was because they wanted to get more people involved. There were tons of people signing up so they could afford to pay more. Well, now as they've been going along further and further, you often get very low 1% daily returns, which if this were real, it wouldn't be too bad. But part of the gimmick, and the sad thing is, some of the same stuff I'm telling you, I posted on some of the Facebook Cash FX chat rooms or the Facebook groups, and they delete you quite quickly so there are other investors or suckers who are investing under them don't find out. They don't want the truth to be known because anytime somebody signs up, they're getting a 15% commission, for instance. If I sign up, like I upgraded to a $3,000 account right now, but just understand the people who are signing you up are not your friends. They're just greedy people. I like to make money, but I'm not going to make money on the pain or suffering of somebody else. And the fact that this seems to be a Ponzi scheme, I certainly will not sign anybody up where they can maybe lose a lot of money so I can make my 15% on a $3,000 investment again. I'd make $150 right off the top. People are bloodsuckers. They've got no moral standards. All they want to do is get more and more people signed up because they make a ton of money. And they don't want people to know this. This is going to hell in a handbasket, that this might be falling apart. I've got a number of accounts with these people. I signed up under fictitious names so I could get this discount or this. So if they invest like $1,000, I get $100. They lose 30%, which is $300. I get 150 of that in my account. So I signed up a number of accounts. I've got like 8 or 9 accounts under me, so I could at least get commissions to help build my account quicker. Now let's just go on to the finance and the withdrawal status. This is pathetic. When you withdraw money, you could normally get your money back in 2 to 3 days. Well, here, look at this. On February 28th, I did a withdrawal. Of course, the withdrawal was originally $108. I lost $21 to my downline commission, supposedly. And they don't really pay this like they're supposed to either. I've got my make-believe downlines have gotten no money when people draw money out. So this is a bunch of baloney, a bunch of BS. But anyway, so I get $86 withdrawal. The 10th, which is today, it finally came into my account. If we look at that, February 28th, let's just go up here once a little bit. Well, here we see it right here. February 28th was Sunday, so you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 business days it took me to get my money, whereas normally you'd get in 1, 2, or 3 business days. So I'm trying to draw it on instead of going over the weekend, I'm now trying to change the strategy to taking money out on a Monday or Tuesday, simply because if the Bitcoin prices, which they're very, very, very volatile, but when I took this money out, like let me show you a Bitcoin chart, a daily chart. Now I figured the February 28th is right here. And if I tried to do withdraw, Bitcoin's been pretty much going up every day. So they should have had no trouble paying me my money, not having me wait for, 8 days. It's ridiculous. That's like 10 or 11. That's work regular calendar. Bitcoin trades 7 days a week. So if you look at this, so it's it's actually 10 calendar days they took to pay me off, which is ridiculous because Bitcoin basically has gone up since I tried to make my withdrawal. It's gone up pretty much, it's gone above what, say I made my withdrawal, Bitcoin was 45,874. Well, it was immediately up after. It stayed above that amount, and so it's making them more money every day holding my Bitcoin. Sometimes they say, well, here you draw Bitcoin, I say on the 21st of February. Well, then it goes down against them and they can't afford to pay you back because they're losing too much money on Bitcoin, which makes a little sense, but that's not the point. They should still pay you back immediately and their losses would be minimal. But in this case, the 28th, they made money every single day. They could have paid me back the next day or the next day or the next day. And they took all these days to pay me back. And this tells me that they are depending on new investor money coming in, not old, new money. And when enough new money comes in, they can finally pay you out. So I think this is a total Ponzi scheme. Also, with the returns being so absolutely horrible, their daily returns are so bad. The way I'm looking is, I've traded Forex for years. And the COVID for a few days kind of goofed the Forex market up. But Forex has pretty much got a steady return. Let me pause this for a sec. Okay, here you're seeing a Great Britain USB, you're seeing a monthly candle chart. And you can see that the swing every month had been pretty consistent for years. Here's 2017. And here's when, I'm not sure when CashFX started, say they started 2019. Look at the monthly candles. Pretty much they were paying like 2%, 1 or 2 days a week return, and nothing's changed. You've actually got a lot more action here than a lot of these times in here when they were paying 2%. Look at the difference. There's no real change in the candles. Yet they claim because of COVID, they always have an excuse. And the idiots who are trying to sign you up in your upline, they call, they'll take your posts off Facebook in a heartbeat because they don't want people to see your review. They don't want people to see your negative comments. But anyway, I want to share this with you. And if you look at the weekly candles, they're pretty much the same. They've not changed. Here, there's a few smaller weeks, but still, look back here. Look back here. You got smaller weeks. So it's not like, look at that. It's not like the volume has changed in Forex. It's always, they're trading trillions of dollars every single day. Nothing changed. Here's your daily candles. But it's just important you realize this. But I would say if you don't have money in CashFX, don't put it in because it's a Ponzi scheme. It's a bunch of baloney. And you try and post in the Facebook groups. Anything negative that might scare away. I'm on like 4 or 5 Facebook groups, and anything negative on Facebook in the CashFX Facebook groups, they're going to knock you out in a minute because they don't want their downline, their potential new suckers to see this because the new sucker invests $10,000, instantly they made $1,500 off that investment. So they do not want anybody to see that this CashFX might be going to hell in the handbasket like many other Ponzi schemes like Wiseling, Legends. There's so many more Ponzi schemes out there. If it sounds too good to be true, it is. Again, I did invest. I've got like maybe 21,000 invested in CashFX totally. I've gotten 32,000 back out already. It's a good part of that is because the make-believe downlines I signed up under my main name, so they got me a lot of money back in commissions. Also, have maybe only gotten 25,000 back with a $21,000 investment. So at this stage, I'm not rolling over any of my investments. I'm just now starting to try and let them run out. And supposedly, if a $500 investment of mine runs out, I'm supposed to get $350 back. Well, that's another thing. When you used to contact support in CashFX, you would get an answer back within 2 to 3 days. But now when you sign up in CashFX and you try and contact support, you wait weeks. I mean, if you're lucky, you'll get a response back in weeks. I kind of goofed up. I hit the wrong button. Okay, when you contact support now in CashFX, you wait weeks to get an answer. I mean, here's, on this particular site, I did not contact support, but I've got support requests that have been taking 2-3 weeks and there's still no answers. It's just another sign that they're people, the company itself is not dedicating much manpower to answering these questions because they know they're on their way out probably, and I hope they're not, because I'm still making $500 to $1,000 every week if I get paid. So although now here's the joke, if you try and do a withdrawal, like here I'll go and figure my let's go my balance. Now I can try, I mean, request a withdrawal, and I'm looking at my wallet to make sure it's going to my right wallet first. So if okay, the withdrawal is going to my right wallet, so I'm going to put the maximum amount, 114. But the problem is, well, this wasn't available last week, but I got money. I got like almost $500 in some accounts waiting to withdraw, but I can't withdraw it because until the withdrawal previously goes through, they won't let you do a new one. So anyway, here's a withdrawal I just tried to do. It's 91.42. I authenticated and it's good to go. Now watch it. Confirm. Request accepted. So now I'll have to wait probably for a week to 2 weeks to get this $91. And if this account's only making $21 a day, but had it been making like $50 or $100 a day, I'd have to wait for a week or a week and a half or 2 weeks till this money comes in my account before I can do the next withdrawal. So that's some of the reasons I think this is a Ponzi scheme. If you're in a Facebook group, post some of these things onto them and see if they answer. They delete your comments. But what I've seen in 3 different groups, I've put in comments that were explaining what I explained to you here in my video, and they just delete me. And that's why I'm doing a YouTube video, so people can find out the truth. I really hope this helps you guys. And if you learn something, give me a like and subscribe even. That's kind of cool. But if you're learning, I got a lot of investment advice on my website, a lot of exposures of falsehoods. So if you think you're learning from me, subscribe and give me a like. Thank you for watching. God bless, and I certainly hope this helps you.